Okay, let's dive into something pretty mind-bending today. We're exploring a really core idea from Anubhav Srivastava's philosophical work, Nothing Everything,
Hmm.
the mind-bending philosophical theory of everything. And this isn't just, random speculation. It's positioned as potentially a major logical piece in understanding ultimate reality.
Yeah, it's interesting because Srivastava's angle is philosophical. It's explicitly non-scientific, non-spiritual, but, and this is key, it aims to be logically airtight. And it has to mesh with our best physics, right? Things like the many worlds view in quantum mechanics, or the Big Bang, relativity.
Hmm.
It needs to be consistent.
Okay, so that's our mission then. How does this state, this nothing everything, serve as the absolute foundation for, well, everything? Especially without needing like a creator figure or some pre-existing rule book. So first, let's clarify this foundational state. Nothing everything is not something that came before the Big Bang, is it? That implies time.
Exactly. That's a common misconception. It's framed as the timeless foundation. Srivastava uses this analogy like the land upon which the buildings, the universes are existing. It's always there, underneath.
Always present.
Okay. And that leads us to why it's logically necessary, or at least argued to be. If you want to account for infinite realities, which, many worlds kind of points
Right.
towards,
The physics seems to lean that way.
then you need a foundation that allows for infinite potential, unlimited potential, and only a state of nothing. But crucially, nothing with no limitations or no laws can logically do that.
No limitations, no laws.
Yeah.
So it's completely neutral.
Perfectly neutral, no directional bias whatsoever. It doesn't push towards one outcome. It just allows all outcomes.
Okay, but hold on. My brain snags there a little. If the foundation is nothing with no laws, how do we get universes with laws? Like our universe, with gravity, thermodynamics,
Yeah.
very specific rules. How does that emerge from no rules?
Ah, yeah, that's a critical distinction. The philosophical nothing here isn't like an empty box, a physical void. It's the absence of constraint, total absence. And
Yeah.
paradoxically, that's what allows constrained realities like ours to emerge. Infinite possibilities unfolding.
Okay.
Because, and this is a core line from Srivastava's work, the universes happen simply because there is nothing to stop them from happening.
Right. I remember reading that.
They happen because they can. There's no why needed, no external trigger or intent.
Because they can. That sidesteps the whole first cause issue, doesn't it? No need for an initial push.
Precisely. No initial causation needed at that ultimate level. And if the ultimate foundation has no cause and no rules, well, that has huge implications for how we think about time.
Okay, yeah. If
Yeah.
nothing, everything is outside of time,
Yeah.
timeless, then realities aren't popping into existence one after another.
Exactly. No sequence. They aren't generated like items on a cosmic assembly line.
So, for you listening, think about this.
Yeah, the implication is quite stark. All possible realities, every single timeline, every outcome, they all just coexist, timelessly. There's no before or after at that level. Our universe, it's just one possibility playing out. Not special, just
Yeah.
one of infinitely many.
Wow. Okay. So that brings us back to why this concept feels logically necessary to some. It tackles the something from nothing
Yeah.
paradox. But also, you mentioned the infinite regress. Can you quickly explain that?
Sure. The infinite regress is that old philosophical headache. If something caused the universe, what caused that? And what caused that? You get an endless chain backwards. Or why these physical laws and not others? Why this specific setup?
Right. The why this question.
Exactly. Nothing. Everything. Because it's defined as this state needing no prior cause, no intent, no external explanation. It just, this potential, it sort of dissolves the regress problem. It doesn't need a prior cause because it's the uncaused, unlimited potential itself.
So existence exists simply because it's possible, because it can.
That's the core idea.
Okay, so wrapping this up, the ultimate state here isn't a start point in time or an end point. It's the timeless, boundless potential for every possibility. It's nothing that inherently contains everything.
And that leaves us and you listening with a really provocative thought, especially linking back to many worlds.
Yeah.
If all possible realities already exist timelessly within this nothing everything framework, what does that actually imply about the free will you feel you have? Or is the path of this reality you're in somehow already laid out within that larger structure?
Definitely something to chew on. If you want to explore the logical arguments behind this framework in more detail, definitely look up Anubhav Srivastava's full work on Nothing Everything.